guys, considering where your bullpen's been since Sunday?
Can't say enough about his performance. Got his first major league win, which was great. And to chew up 5 innings was big, efficient. We needed every bit of it, considering, as you said, where our pen is at, the leverage guys, and with another game to play, then going into 10 in a row. So what Matt did today picked us up big time.
It turned out to be lopsided, but how big was it to come back with 3 against Alcantara after they scored in the first inning?
It was big, and he's said he's on his way back. He's coming off Tommy John, and he's a guy that we really respect, and he's still trying to find his footing. But to be able to, score 3 runs after we gave up 2 early says a lot about the offense and where we're at, and then to continue to tack on and get some starters out of the game, to stay away from some other leverage guys was big and puts us in a good spot for tomorrow.
Dave, you talked about Friday, you're talking about finding the offensive identity and getting back to consistency, and how much, there was obviously a lot of runs tonight, but the 8 walks, how much was that nice to see?
It's who we are. It's I think the last, I don't know how many games, but just recently, it just seems like team-wise, we're being the starter, we're creating stressful innings, we're taking walks, situationally we've been good. And this is all the while, a few guys are still just trying to find their footing, getting untracked. And so this is what we potentially can do. And you just give yourself a fighting chance when you can kind of take those at-bats.
How did that click back into place? Is it just as simple as guys like Teo and Andy sort of getting going, opening floodgates in a sense, or is it one of those things where things kind of, there's conversations like that open things back up for you guys?
I don't know exactly, but I will say I think that there's some type of commonality in Andy and Teo's success together. They certainly have a big brother, little brother relationship, and Teo obviously has established himself as an all-star and has been a mentor to Andy, and so for Andy to perform, there is a little something of, I'm still the big brother, and I still, I'm still the guy. And I don't know if it's obviously friendly, but I do think that those guys are continuing to push each other, which is fun to watch.
Does the lineup feel just, that much longer now that everything kind of is clicking, compared to when, the bottom 3 were kind of, stuck on?
It does. And it's one of those things where you're trying to, and I'm trying to weigh sometimes, the value of having the guys at the top be your best hitters, your hottest hitters, to having guys at the bottom bleed into the guys at the top. So there's kind of I'm still trying to think through it and playing with sort of, 6 through 9 and trying to figure out what makes sense, because, there are guys that have to hit 9th, 4th for us, or 8th, and they wouldn't for any other ball club. But it's kind of my thought and how to sort of, again, bleed into the top of the order too. So it's not an exact science, and you can see I'm kind of toying with it, each week, sort of.
How much of a tone setter is that when Shohei just destroys basically the first pitch of the game?
It's a big tone setter. I think we feed off of Shohei. It's certainly at the top of the order, and for him to make it a 1-run ball game after the first pitch that their starter throws certainly gets some life into our offense, and we just took it from there. But yeah, when he's going, you can see our offense sort of follows suit.
It was also that home run is also the first one as a father.
Yeah, that's it was good. I didn't realize that. That's right. So I'm sure he's gonna hit a lot more as a father, but yeah, I mean, he's been swinging the bat well, so he was gonna hit another homer.
Was this more of a step in the right direction for McGee tonight? Just how the last couple weeks have gone?
It was, especially that last at bat, squaring up a ball, driving in a couple runs, and I think sometimes when you're struggling, you just want things to fall and hit some outfield grass, and he did that tonight twice, and he just looked a lot better at the plate, and so hopefully it's something he could build on, take it into tomorrow.
Do you have some PFP plan for Kike?
Yeah, he's the one who gets on our pitchers when they don't come to first base, so there was some banter, some ribbing going on, from those pitchers to Kike tonight.
The helmet get caught in his eyes or something?
I don't know, it was the helmet, the glasses, I don't know what it was, or just kind of the whole, song and dance of him being out there, so I don't know what distracted him. Thanks, guys.